This is let's get started. Let's get started. Hit the subscribe button, okay? Before you watch this, hit the subscribe button. This is a new segment. It's gonna be about how you can achieve anything you want. And imagine you are this superhero who can achieve anything he wants. Like that would be fabulous, right? It would. So stay connected. We're going to teach you how you can achieve anything you want. That's why we have a guest here. His name is Mr. Christian Chidozie Okoro. He's going to teach us everything. Okay, everything you need to know about how to achieve anything you want. So let's get started immediately. We don't have podcast calls for you, but the latest we have is famous soft fruit drink, a fruit drink that I come up with, that I develop. I'm changing it right now to famous reagent. Why? Because it's senseless to compete with companies like Coca-Cola. Now, country is senseless. So what I want to do, I want to get a reagent, something that those companies need. Okay, I want to be the only person to provide that solution. Then they themselves will be the one to fund my future drink. Okay, from the purchases that they make. Okay, from the purchases that they make on my reagent. That's what I want to do. So imagine I have this magic reagent being prepared in molar quantities that can actually cause Coca-Cola to explode like a wine, or they can cause Coca-Cola to, I can give it some sense of, I can give it more satisfaction, etc. that only I myself can provide. Imagine something like that. They are going to purchase it. That's the simple truth. They may even want to buy copyright. They may even want to buy the right to do those things, to make it like that is going to enrich me, okay, to the extent that I will be able to compete with them. It's a very simple thing. So you see, making money, like you need to have a plan, okay, and it has to be a thoughtful process. Okay, that is just what making money is. It's the thoughtful process. That's a lesson for you. If you're watching, it's a huge lesson. Learn that. So let's get started right now. How can I achieve anything I want? Okay. So our guest here, you're going to talk to us about for the male gender, how can males achieve what they want? For the female gender, how can females achieve what they want? Because I've seen in the group, you are in the customers group, right? Like I've seen a lot of people from statistics of the business, guys, science. From statistics we see more males tending to be ready for business creation. More males, like they are kind of ready to go into business etc than females. So you tell us, the reason for this, because to me it's not supposed to be so. We've checked many females, and what they just do is, if they're not selling cosmetics, they will be selling cream. If they're not selling cream, they will be selling weave on. That's the only business that they do. And if we have a society where people act like this, people think this way, like there's a limit to what you can do just because you are a girl, it's like that is going to hamper growth in the country and in anywhere in the world. So right now, for us to achieve anything we want, like we have to understand certain steps. So what are the guidelines you have right now, or what are the reasons you have for this occurring in our country today?
Okay, you asked me like guidelines on how to achieve anything you want.
Yes. And I also talked about female male, that there is something that we have discovered, that females usually have this limited spectrum of business that they do, that they get into. So right now, I believe if they themselves know that they can achieve anything that they want, I believe they wouldn't be this limited spectrum of business. So let's deal with the females. How do we checkmate that? How do we control how they think concerning business? Because for them to be creating this limited spectrum of business, there is a reason for that. Could you tell us about the reason? Could you give us detailed reasons why it could why they themselves create this limited spectrum for themselves?
society, like the society. There's a way females are being looked upon by the society. Like it's there from our cultural background. Some see them as the weaker vessels who cannot do certain things, while the male are the ones who can do some things that require energy and strength and all that. And that has, brought some kind of limitation to some females. But then, what how to counter that issue that the females are not the ones to blame, they are not at fault. It's the society. It's just to have these shifts in the mentality of people who live in the world. Some countries are doing it. That's why you see in the world, feminism is thriving. Feminism, where they try to tell people that females and men should be given equal opportunities.
Yeah.
For a female to also thrive, where a male can thrive too. So that, it's calls for sensitizing everybody. When people are sensitized to know that females too can still thrive in the same environment as well, they'll be given equal opportunities and they'll be given that chance to try out things themselves. In fact, from what I've observed personally, most females are smarter than males in some areas.
Yes.
Most females can even thrive more than males in some areas, but they are not given that opportunity to explore, to try out some things themselves. So the reason for the issue is our society. Then the solution is that we have to sensitize people, we have to teach people, we have to make people to change their mindset towards females. And we have to encourage females to do those things that they are not doing. If you look around, you see females doing some things like plaiting of hair, cooking, petty trading.
That was all.
Some things that, but they can do several things. They can be CEOs, they can own companies.
Yes.
They can own companies, they can be bosses.
Yes.
So we have to encourage females. Tell them that, hey, you can do this. You can do this. That's what you can do on their own side. Then on the general notes, we have to make people to come to cognizance that females and males should be given equal opportunities. That doesn't make the female to be equal to male, let's say, because males are the ones who are always, in control. But in terms of empowerment, as the males are empowered, females should also be empowered. That does not create gender equality. No, but it's all about empowerment of the both genders. So it's just a job, a work that should be done on the society at large.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's female. You can be CEO. Females can be CEOs. Like you can be bosses. You can own your own business. etc. Like there's this limited spectrum. That's the exact word that fits it of females. I think it's in their lenses, the lenses of their eyes. There's this limited view, limited spectrum of like what they can do and limits they can reach, etc. Like you have to stop that. The truth is there are some females that are smarter. Like there's no saying that if males are smarter, that's the reason. No, it is not true. It's just because people need to be sensitized. The females themselves they need to be sensitized. That's just all we have to do. Okay? Females can become CEOs. You can own company of your own. The reason why we have few females actually owning companies is because there are few of them. There are a few of them who are actually trying to own a company. That's just the simple truth. So it's just a mindset shift in the side of the females. Yeah, it's just a mindset shift on your path. Just mindset shift on your path. So right now, let's go over to other things. Right now, how can I achieve anything that I want? Speaking in general terms, okay, how can I achieve anything that I want?
Okay, to achieve anything that you want in any particular environment, what you do is to adjust and readjust your priorities in life. Priorities. What are priorities? Those things that rank first, those important things you do, those activities that consume your time, like those things that are important to you are priorities. So you adjust your priorities. Ensure that all you do are things that push you towards achieving what you want to achieve. I spoke initially about conceiving a goal. Like once a person conceives a goal, conceive something in your mind, That has become your goal, your vision, your driving force. Then once you have known that vision, that driving force, it gives you purpose. I said that earlier. It gives you purpose. Then once you know purpose, it will give you steps, like ways to follow to achieve it. And one thing you should do at this point in time is to adjust your priorities. What are the things that take your time? If it is something that needs you to get knowledge, you spend more time reading books. You spend more time learning, trying to add to your brain. That's priority. Yeah, as you give your time to that, it will feed you with what you need to achieve that thing. That aspect. Now, for example, as a student, let me give an instance. A student who is in the university that has a goal, maybe wants to get a first class or 2-1 or anything.
Yeah.
That is something that he wants to achieve in that particular field. That's something that he wants to achieve. That student, now at this point in time, if he or she fails to work on his or her priorities, that goal cannot be achieved. If that student does not check his company and the friends he keeps or the friends she keeps, if the person follows friends who are not serious with their studies, friends who only care about having fun, the mundane things, exploring the university and all of that,
Yeah.
that particular student, if he takes that way, he or she will not achieve that particular goal in that school. So it has to do with priority. That's the school aspect of it. Now, in the career aspect, like a business or normal life, in the general sense of it, priorities here, you check who you follow, like things that you allow into your life. People speak in our pidgin balance of that. Follow who no road. Follow who no road.
Yeah.
You hear that, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. People who are good in that particular field, try to follow them and try to apply the principles they apply in everything you do in life. If you want to achieve anything in life, it has to do with following the right formula, the right formulas in mathematics, on physics, and science in general. If you apply the wrong formulas in the problem, you will certainly not get the answer.
Yeah.
You get the wrong answer. So formulas are very important. So getting the right formula in life, in anything you do, will help you. That formula is now renamed. It's now all nicknamed principles. There are principles that guide everything. So follow the right principles. And how do you do that? Check in that field where you are, whether it's business or in school, academic environment, any environment. Check those who have done something great there and try to follow the path they followed. Some call it, make them your mentors if possible, but try to follow the path, try to know the principles they apply. In a business setting, somebody who makes money in business, try to know the principles he or she applies and try to apply the same principle. If it works for that first person, definitely it will work for you. So follow formulas and principles and those who have achieved greatly in any field. That's where you achieve what you want to achieve. Yeah,
That's beautiful. When I was preparing for my exam, I had to research a lot, even research a lot. Then I saw a lady, a girl who was the best, overall best, and a medical student for that matter, overall best in the university, one of these popular and good university. So I researched what she said when she was interviewed, and she just gave some things, some core principles that she applied, and boom, I had to adopt those principles. Like this, what he's saying, what our guest is saying, really works. You need formulas. It's a simple truth. You need formulas. Go get formulas. Learn from people who have actually done it. Seek idols. Seek for idols. Okay, it's going to really help you. So right now, Mr. Christian, you're going to talk to us about. There's this one thing right now. This is a bit regional. Let's talk about it here in Nigeria. What we're going through here in this country. Like, um, there are certain people, okay, who are experts in their field, but the main issue is trust. You can't trust those individuals. Now, you said being good. I think it's for the first segment that you want to get a trade or whatever you want to get into, like stay good in it. You have to Yeah, stay green. I even forgot to mention this. If you are watching, if you really want to be rich, how to get into what you love. Like it is very, 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 very awesome. Oxytocin is responsible for love, for those dopamine and other stuff. Without love, there will be no motivation. Like how would you research like 5 hours about a bit about a thing you don't love? It takes love for you to research 5 hours on something. Okay, it takes love. So for you to succeed in anything, you have to grow, you have to improve, and for you to improve, you need this love chemical to be released in you. You have to do this. Get into what you love. I've said it before. I love companies, shares, all these things. I love them so much. So it makes me I research, I create, I develop, improve in all these aspects. So get what you love and like get what you love and work hard at it. You will definitely work hard at what you love. Like many of you are not hard working because you don't do what you love. It's a simple truth. That's also a reason why you don't achieve anything you want. You don't do what you love. You have to be sincere with yourself. Hey, life is short. What do I love? Go do it. Okay, that's the great advice. So, what about those people who are experts in their field? Like I said in the richest man in Babylon, when I mentioned for the first segment, I said, hey, in Nigeria, let's be sincere, in Nigeria, there are some people who are the richest man in Babylon advised people that you should get experts. Okay, if you want to invest in gold, you get experts in gold. Okay, before you invest in gold. Okay, investment should not be a like something that you are not sure of. It should be something you are 100% sure of. Okay, it should be something that will bring you money in return. Okay, instead get knowledge about what you want to invest in, then get an expert in that field. The truth is, over here in Nigeria, you get an expert in the field, you don't trust the expert. The issue we have in this country is trust. We find it hard to trust. The simple truth is, check most of those big companies, like they don't provide good environment for their workers. Why? Trust issues. You don't know what the person might do tomorrow. He might just steal your information or one of the things or the other. So right now, how do we control something like this? That is actually prevalent in our country right now. How do we control it? Where experts, people who should be source of should I say, knowledge or information to other people? Because the truth is, I can't study everything. That's the simple truth. That's what people need to understand. No CEO can study everything. Elon Musk does not know everything. There's some things that he is going to call other people who are good in those fields to have conversation with him on. That's it. People need to understand this part of it. So I can't know everything. Sometimes I would need someone who is expert in ICT to teach me certain things or to tell me about certain things. Sometimes if I want to do certain things, I will need people who are experts. But the truth is, what if I don't trust you? Because we have so many experts, so many first class graduates, okay, that are jobless. One of the reasons they are jobless is because of this aspect of poor values. For you to be rich, you need values. For you to achieve anything you want, you need good values. Like you should be someone who won't steal from a place no matter what. But check all those people who are experts in their fields, they steal. Then how will you achieve what you want? For currently, it doesn't work that way. So right now, what I don't do about those people who are excellent in their fields and who have this issue of values? They don't have good values. Let's just assume that. What would be your advice to those individuals?
Okay, yeah. You know, my advice to them actually is that they should try to get values for this Nigerian stuff. Like Nigeria, you can't write off corruption and some kind of poor character, poor habits. It's very sad that some persons will be experts in a particular field and they should be trusted.
Yeah.
People might entrust things in their hands and they abuse that particular privilege and do some unwholesome stuff. It's very, very sad. So we keep preaching values, we keep talking about it. People who are stakeholders in that field, people who talk about values, teachers, pastors, people like us, who talk about values, life coaches, we keep preaching about it. And in the university, when somebody goes to school and comes out of school, on the certificate, it says that this person has been found worthy in both learning and character. not really intelligent, it's not really educated. So people should have this in mind that what makes you educated is that you have good characters, you have good values. People can trust you, and again, you are also intelligent at what you do. I don't know. Let me not sound political here because I don't know your political affiliation. But this particular man in Nigeria that we call P2B, personally, I don't know who he supports anyway. But personally, there are some traits I see in him, and I see that this man has it all. Like he has when he speaks and going by his track record, he speaks with integrity. He's like a person that has character in him and a person that also can do the work. So he has competence and character. So it's not all about competence. People should have the competence and character, integrity. Those things matter a lot. Having all the knowledge and not having character, not having values, they dent your level, they dent who you are. So people should have that in mind. So that's on the side of the people who are recruited, who are employed to work. Then again, on the side of the employers, the CEOs, those who own the companies,
Yeah.
I would also advise if you employ these people, you should also employ like supervisors, those who supervise them, those who oversee what they do. I don't know how easy that is, but at least employ those who oversee what they do, those who they will account for. It's called supervisors. When they supervise, when they guide, when they try to oversee, they checkmate what these experts do in the field. I believe it will reduce the best minimum crime, theft, and some unwholesome stuff. So that's what I have for the both parties involved.
Oh, that's beautiful. If that means you are indirectly saying don't give much power to those experts. If you own a company,
Yes.
don't give much power
Yes.
to those experts. They have to still be monitored. Okay, there
Yes.
should be something, a committee, individuals who are paid just to monitor. It's a very simple job. We pay you to monitor. Very simple. They are going to do it well because it's just single task. Okay, so the bottom line is, or the summary is, don't give much power to experts in a company, the ICT room. Don't give much power
Experts. Yeah.
to experts. Okay, because they are just experts because they know about that particular thing. You don't really know who they are, what makes them tick in depth. You don't really know. So right now, you have to talk to us about this issue of the sources of these poor values, because these poor values is the main reason people don't achieve what they want. It's the simple freaking truth. These poor values can shape your thoughts. For it can help you, it can help you get a wrong view of the world. If you just want to get a wrong view of the world, just start adopting poor values. Okay, just start thinking and accepting that, hey, dishonesty is good. Just try doing all those things. It will create a new bad mental world for you where your actions become toxic, everything you do become toxic, etc. So right now, what are the sources of these poor values? Let's discuss it.
Okay, the sources of poor value. Yeah, like one is poor upbringing. Poor upbringing. Like the places where the person have been, first of all, it starts from the home because that's the first place a child is
Yeah.
exposed to. Like that's the first place a child hears moral instructions from the home,
Yes.
from the parents. When the parents fail to inculcate good values in their children, they would grow up having poor values. So it's a duty actually, it's a duty of parents to teach their children the importance of values. Teach them that honesty is a virtue, that honesty is important, that dishonesty is bad. Teach them that lying is bad, that stealing is bad, even what does not belong to you is bad. Like doing things to hurt people is bad. Cheating people, defrauding them is bad. So parents are the first people that can contribute to it. Then outside the home, the next place they go to is school. The school. Some schools don't really teach values. In some schools, they only care about teaching the curriculum,
Mm.
science and art and those subjects,
Yes.
mathematics, English. They don't really talk about values.
Yes, they don't.
And they
They
teach it
don't.
only under something like yeah,
Civic.
like a civic education
Yeah,
or
that's why you're in
something.
SS3,
So
SS2.
sometimes great time. Invite people, invite resource
Mm.
persons that will
Mm.
speak to
Yes.
children, to students about values. Yeah, trying to inculcate values in them. Schools have roles to play actually. So when schools have time for children, organize seminars, workshop, gatherings where people are taught on values. You
Yes.
know, then the other source, okay, the other people again, the church has their roles to play too. People go to church every week or the mosque, depending on your religion. So those religious bodies actually they have their roles to play. People go to worship God weekly and all that. So those people there, when they don't do it very well, people will still grow up with poor values too. Then the individual involved again also can be a source of the poor value. How? When the person keeps bad company, like that evil company corrupts good manners. Like
Yeah.
when a person follows bad people, when you follow those with poor values and you make them your friends, definitely you exhibit their characters. So bad companies, poor home training, poor education
Yeah.
are sources of poor values. And
Wow.
also, again, I don't know, Sha, our government, our country as well, our country can also be a source of it because this country, I don't know, Sha.
So let's go that. So for the next show, we'll continue. For the next show, we're going to be discussing drug abuse amongst youth. Okay, young people, drug abuse amongst young people. That's what we'll discuss in the offline part. Then in this live stream, we're going to discuss the financial management. So just get prepared, get yourself psyched up for that. So now you talked to us about the sources of poor values, okay? Those are poor values, the home, your environment, then where you go to, your church, etc. They all have roles to play because the truth is in our secondary schools now, they pay less attention to the children, the young ones, the one of KG, etc. I always say something that the armed robber you have today, disturbing the peace of the environment, was once a harmless baby in the arms of the child, of the parents. You ask yourself what happened. That armed
Yeah,
robber was once a harmless baby, a baby that you can just use, I just destroy, was once harmless in the arms of the mother. Then what happened? The baby, when the baby came, when the armed robber was born, he or she does not know anything about anything. Okay, so right now you ask yourself, how did that harmless baby become toxic, destroying or like disrupting the peace of the environment? There must be a formula to that. There must be a formula to how that happened because that's a transition. There must be a formula to that. So that's what I always say to people. Like there is a reason for it. So you have to understand that for you to achieve anything you want, you need values. You need values. So Mr. Christian, can you talk to us about routine practices? Because for you to be great, it has to do with what you do. Atomic Habits by James Clear says that you achieve great things by small, tiny habits, tiny things you do. And in that book, James Clear mentioned habit stocking, where you create a new habit from old habits that you have. For instance, you know that you must eat food every evening, right? You must take dinner, right? You must have dinner. So before you have dinner, you can always decide to clean the room. I'll clean the room just before I have dinner. If you keep doing that, you know that hey, it's compulsory. Your brain knows that hey, it's compulsory. The habit has already been created that you have to have dinner, okay, before you go to bed. So you can create other habits from that habit. That's what's called habit stocking in James Clear's book, okay, Atomic Habits by James Clear. So right now, how do we create awesome habits? That's the question for you. And you will also talk to us about how money routines can help us achieve anything we want. It could be money, it could be your school stuff, etc. Everything is what we're talking about right now. So you can help us tell us how we can create awesome habits in our life. Let's discuss habits first. What is habit?
okay. Habits are just conducts is a habit. So habit is just a constant behavior. That's what I know as habit. Okay. Now, how to create wholesome habits, right? Wholesome
Yes,
habits. Good habits.
how to create awesome, fabulous habits, good habits.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. This question now just made me to go back in time. I had this reminiscence of one thing. Like one day I was just musing, and a thought came to me because then I was being depressed. I was sad. I was sad in that era. So I was like, how can I get happiness? Like it's like a thought, an intuition, or a voice. I don't know. Just came to me that the only way to get happiness is to push aside those things that bring sadness. If I push aside my sadness, happiness will creep in. That's what I got. Then, to bring it down to this question, how to create good habits is identify poor habits, know bad habits, and push them aside. Once you've taken the bad ones aside, you see yourself exhibiting the good ones. Now, then I will talk about the bad habits now that hinder success.
Okay.
The first one that I know, and I'll talk about is this procrastination. That's one poor habit I know that hinders people from achieving what they want to achieve. Procrastination. What does it mean? Always shifting, your role, your responsibility. What you want to do today, you
Yeah.
shift it. Hey, I will do it tomorrow. Then tomorrow will come. I will do it a day after. That day will come. I will do it a day after. People do this for two reasons. People procrastinate for two reasons. One is laziness, and laziness again is a bad habit, a poor
Yeah.
habit. Laziness. People always procrastinate for laziness. Number one. Number two is fear of results, like fear of what they will achieve. Some don't have that belief that once they try, they can achieve something. Some have this fear of results, fear of the unknown. They don't have this confidence that they can always achieve. So these two things, laziness and fear of the unknown,
Yeah.
fear of results, make people to procrastinate. So procrastination is a one poor habit that people have to shift aside because anybody who lives a life of procrastination will end up being mediocre. What's mediocrity? Operating at an average level. Like you're not doing bad, you're not doing well. You're just there. And one part is that once a person is there, they're not doing bad, they're not doing well. In your mind, you'll be like, okay, no, well, now, and it's okay, I'm not failing, even though I'm not excelling, but at least I'm not failing. But it keeps the person at a point. The person does not make any move. So that mediocrity is caused by procrastination. People have to always know their roles, their duties, their activities of every day and ensure that you complete every activity of every day. Because when you complete them, you go into the next day and the next day and the next day. That way, you keep climbing the ladder of success. But once you keep shifting responsibilities, you don't do things, you have roles that will accumulate in the future. And at some point, they will bog you down. There will be too much on you, and the person cannot achieve success. So that's one poor habit that I will spot out. Now, the next one is this. Some persons are afraid of failure. Like I call it fear. Fear is one poor habit again. Fear can hinder a person. Fear of the unknown, fear of tomorrow, fear of what they achieve. People are afraid, of results, and some are scared of making mistakes in life. So if they can take away that fear and know that mistakes are parts of life, mistakes are important in life. When
Yeah.
people fail, it is important that you fail because constant failure will make you to know what you should do. And eventually, if you keep trying, at some point, you get this right. We hear of the story of Thomas Edison, the man who invented the electric bulb.
Yeah.
We had that he failed several times. Some said 99 times. I don't know. I wasn't
Yeah.
there,
Yes.
but he failed
Yeah.
trying to discover something.
Yeah.
But he kept trying. He never gave up. So people should not easily give up. That's one poor habit. When they fail, when they make mistakes, they easily give up. That's one poor habit they should push aside. When they push aside that poor habits, the good ones of always believing and trying will be there. I watch football a lot. This is my guy, Cristiano Ronaldo. We know him now. Ronaldo.
Yeah.
This guy, he tried to score using this overhead kick, bicycle kick, as I
Yeah.
call it,
Mm.
bicycle kick. He
Mm.
tried it several times. It never worked, but he kept trying. He kept trying. He kept trying. When the ball comes, he would just jump and
Yes,
try
and try.
that overhead kick.
Yes.
Until one night, one Champions League night, when he was in Real Madrid against Juventus, he tried it and luckily he got it perfectly. And that goal today is seen as one of the best
Yes,
goals
goals.
in football. So trying and not feeling that mistakes are fatal. They are not fatal. There are ways we discover some things and get it right. I was talking with one boy some time ago, a young boy, and he said this thing. You might have heard it, but that was my first time of hearing it. That fail, FAIL, fail.
Mm.
He used it as an acronym. FAIL. He said that the first attempt in learning, first attempt in learning, that's
Okay.
fail.
Wow. I've never
And
heard
I
that
was like,
before.
wow. Like to fail is a first attempt in learning. Yeah, that means when you fail, you should see it as the first attempt in learning. If you keep learning, you will know what makes you fail and you make amends where necessary and you get it right. So fear of failure, that's the second one. I said of course procrastination is this one. Then these are the poor habits that people have to push aside. When they do so, they will see themselves exhibiting the good ones. Then the good ones again that I will advise people to imbibe is determination. Determination. Don't give up. People should never give up. If you want to succeed, keep trying. Whatever you are doing today, are you in school? Is it business? Is it job? Keep trying. Someday, like the sun will shine on what everyone is doing. So keep trying and don't give up.
Wow.
That's the good habit I'll talk about.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So right now, this good habits right now, I have a question. New good habits creation processes. So right now, we want to understand right now. For instance, if I want to create good habits right now, and I say tomorrow I write down, I wake up at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, then I write down a list. I make a list of what I want to do for that day, and I have like 10 things on the list. The truth being said is like I might not enjoy that process because to me right now I'm a newbie in the game. But if I have enough motivation I'll be able to continue. But we want to make this easy to the least motivated person. How can I create good habits? Do I do it by having a lot of things to do a day? Because someone said, an entrepreneur says, he said my business grew because at the time I watched the interview, he made I think $500 million. I think at the age of 25, and not I think from UK or USA or thereabout. I've forgotten. So he said he made about $500 million, and they asked him how he did it. He said he said the result he has is just a compounded efforts of his daily activities. He said that each day we just wake up. The first day he woke up and he said, "This is my company's name." He just named the company, and this is what my company's name will be. Then after that, he left everything. He went to do other things. Then he said it's just his daily activity, daily tiny decisions that he took actually led to the massive victory that he has. And I've actually tested it and I've actually tried it. I discovered too that it is these daily tiny things that we do. It's better you do it step by step. It's better you do it like better you don't have a huge load on your head than for you to have a huge load on your head thinking you're going to get the job done faster. No, you can work. Yeah, that's not it. So I want to clarify something there. How do I create good habits? Is it by having a lot to do in a day? Is it by getting busy, or is it by something else? I want to know.
Okay, I think I agree with the guy you listen to, but let me also speak. How to achieve it. One, the first step is Identify those good habits that you want to have. Just know them, know those things that you want to achieve, those good habits that you know that will push you towards achieving your goal for every day. Know them. You can know them. Some persons choose to write them down. Some persons write, their goals down. Why some persons know it in their head. People like me, I don't write those things down. I just know them in my head. I know what I want for every day. So I don't write, I just know it because if you are the type that I write it down. These are the habits I want to, have to, pursue this particular goal. Then after you've done this, the next thing is be intentional. Like be intentional. It will happen when you are intentional. You consciously get it right. Like you get this right consciously. Like try to work towards them. Every single step you take, every single step, be intentional about every single step. Like your activities now, you have like in your day, you have different activities for every day. So every single step you take, try to think, hey, if I do this way, will it be the right way or the wrong way? Then once you ask a question, you have an answer. That doing it this way is the right way. Try to ensure that your rights outnumbers the wrongs. When the right things you do outnumber the wrongs. Like you say, those tiny right things, when they compound together, they will now form an overall right. Yes. So every single, like myself, every single step I take, I try to consider it in my head. Hey, is this the right thing? Even the words I say, I try to see the right word to say. So all those small things. Once you've done tiny right things, they will sum up as an overall right. And once you get every step right, that is you succeed. Once you get steps right, once you get, like I said earlier, formula, once you get formulas right or principles right, that means you are tending towards success. You attain that goal, that height of success. So it's about being intentional about every single tiny step that we take.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. You have to be intentional. Like be intentional and try to understand your rights. Like is this the right? Try to do exactly what it is. I don't know. Play the video again. That is liberating. Okay, it's liberating. I have no comments. That is liberating. I don't have to add anything to that. That will work for you. So, Sir Christian, what are your last words? We're calling it quits until next time. We'll talk about financial management, okay, for the live stream and the other stuff. So, what are your last words to anyone, the young ones coming up who have energy, the older ones, anybody you want to talk to, any particular range of people you want to address? What are your last words to them? If they are asking, how can I achieve what I want? What are your last words to them? Even in business, etc., you can stay in any direction.
Okay, yeah. My last words is like an advice, and I'm advising everybody, including myself. Like myself, I need this advice because I observe how my life is going now, and I know that I need this advice. What's that? Always take that bold step. Like people are where they are today because they don't take that bold step. People find it difficult to take risks. Take the risk. Like I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
There are things that I know that I should be doing now, but somehow something has been keeping me down. After now, I'm advising people and myself to let's stand up and take that bold step.
Yeah.
It's either we fail or we get it right.
Yes.
When we fail, we can rise again and try again.
Yeah.
Like always take the bold step. That particular thing that seems very hard, stand up, do it. Take that bold step. It may be the step that will lead you to your breakthrough. You never can tell. But however it is, it will not kill you. So people should just try to take risks, take bold steps. And again, if it's something that you cannot do on your own, try to partner with people. like try to seek people's help. It's okay to ask for help. There are people who are there, try to leverage. Like when you leverage, try to seek people's help. By their own strength, their own knowledge, their own awareness, they can guide you to get things right. If you can't do it on your own, seek people's help. But be man enough to stand up and take those steps, because that's what can liberate everyone from the shackles of mediocrity, poverty, or any bad situation.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. So, Mr. Christian, thanks a whole lot for being on our show. Like, you have changed people's lives right now. And we hope you're going to come on our show other times. For the next one, we're going to be discussing with you. It's a promise. You're going to be coming very soon. We're going to be talking about financial management for the live stream. Then on the other side, on this offline, we're going to talk about drug abuse amongst young people in Nigeria. We'll deal with the problem, the solution, and also in other countries where drug abuse is on the increase. We're going to discuss that. So thanks a whole lot for being a guest here on this show. It's really, really appreciated. Thank you. Folks, this is all we have for this show. Goodbye, everyone. Until next time.